From the Food Network to Top Chef, we are all fascinated by the excitement of life inside a professional kitchen. But do chefs hold the secret to a better life for all of us? Author Dan Charnas certainly thinks so, and he found a recipe for success that applies to everyone. Take a look.
I'm putting the meringue on top of each crepe, and then I really want to just brulee the top.
From hors d'oeuvres to flambé, bechamel to bisque, the kitchen is full of French terms, but the most important one for every meal may be mise en place, which translates to put in place. For chefs, mise en place means more than being clean and organized. It's a way of life.
As you investigate it, as it unfolds, it becomes this incredible science about how to deal with time, with space, with motion, and with resources.
Baby got back.
Dan Charnas came from the world of hip-hop.
When I first graduated college, I went to work in the mailroom of a record company called Profile Records, where I worked with Run DMC, Rob Bass, Special Ed. I started writing for a magazine called The Source, which was the very first magazine on hip-hop in the country. And then I went to work for a guy named Rick Rubin, who co-founded Def Jam with Russell Simmons. So with Rick Rubin, I worked with Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back, which you know. I worked for Rick for about 7 years before I went to work for a guy named Forrest Whitaker, running his record company for a while, and then I went back to journalism. I wrote a book called The Big Payback, the history of the business of hip-hop. It's now been turned into a series for VH1 called The Breaks.
On top of all that, Dan's a professor at NYU, a husband, and a father. It's a busy life and difficult to keep organized. Dan went looking for a system to make his life more efficient and found it in the unfamiliar culinary world. He interviewed dozens of chefs across the country about the elements of mise en place, including Chef Mark Joslia, co-owner of Wright & Company in downtown Detroit.
A lot of us are very, shall we say, anal. You know, if it doesn't bother you, then I feel like you don't care enough. If I ask you a second time, it's courtesy, and the third time it's an insult. You know, if I have to keep saying the same thing over and over and over again, then you don't really respect my opinion.
Dan breaks down mise en place into 10 ingredients that are essential to chefs but can help everyone else. The first is planning is prime.
They have to plan because dinner's at 6 and they can't postpone it. They have to be ruthlessly honest with time. Squaring your list, your daily list, with the schedule is a very important thing. How many of us have to-do lists where we maybe give ourselves 20 things to do in a day and we only finish 5 by the end of the day? Chefs don't have that luxury. Everything that they assign themselves, they have to get done before dinner, or dinner isn't served.
Arranging spaces, perfecting movements.
As you can see, we have a fairly small kitchen, and we'll fit as many as 7 people back there on a Saturday night when we're really rocking. And once again, not only does the mise en place have to be in the proper space and ready to go, but also they have to perfect their movements. You know, we call it staying in your lane. If we're going to have 2 people work off a 10-burner range, one of them doing 3 items, one of them doing the other 3 items, they both have to have linear movement all the time so that they're not bothering one person or the other to in turn get the food to the proper station. We devised the kitchen as well to the fact that the expediter station has a lot of the garnish work. What I wanted to do was have them be more efficient by actually making the dish, bringing it to the expediter window, and while they're continuing to cook, I'm garnishing it, checking the quality of the product, finishing the plate, and then putting it in the window and letting people know where it's going to go.
Think about your digital spaces. Think about how much time you spend going through your email inbox to find that one email that you know you received a few days ago, but you can't tell where it is. Think about how much time you spend looking for apps on your phone.
Slowing down to speed up. Hard to do when dinner tickets are stacking up.
When you find yourself becoming frantic, when you are racing the clock, we have to do something that's very counterintuitive for us. We have to take a breath, slow down, clean up, really think about what we're doing methodically. That is what's going to get us to excellence. That's what's going to get us to precision.
Call and call back.
In the kitchen, right, you'll hear this rhythm. 2 lamb, medium rare, right? And then the cook has to call back, yes, chef, 2 lamb, medium rare, because the cook needs to let the chef or expediter know that they've been heard. In the real world, it's about knowing what kinds of replies to give to emails, to not letting emails, for example, sit in your inbox without at least an acknowledgement that you've received them.
And total utilization, finding a way to best use all your resources, including people. In Work Clean, Mark tells a story from years ago when he worked for celebrity chef Wolfgang Puck in Atlantic City. It turned out one of the employees Mark hired had overstated his abilities.
He wasn't capable of doing the job that I had put him in place for. I sat him down and I said, unfortunately, Alvin, I don't think this is going to work out. He said, I always wanted to work for a place like this. All I wanted was an opportunity, and I only hope that you could actually keep me around and find something to do for me. That's when I came up with the idea of putting people in a position to succeed. And it turned out that he was more of a facilitator than a creator, shall we say. He stayed in his lane. He did exactly what he was told. He had a great time doing it. And as of this day, right now, he still works there.
Everything and everyone in the right place to maximize results, whether it's a beautiful plate or a productive day.
Mise en place is not just about cleanliness and tidiness. It's actually about being honest. It's about being honest with your time. It's about being honest with your space. It's about being honest with how you move and your energies. And it's about being honest with resources.
How about that? Who knew that chefs had all the answers? I'm going to have to work on my own mise en place, right?